Hey mortgage industry, it's Ed Conarchy, producing mortgage originator with Cherry Creek Mortgage Company and a 19-year veteran of the mortgage industry. And hey, I just booked my flight and my hotel room for Mortgage Revolution, Atlanta, Georgia, January 10th through January 12th. And hey gang, I've got a number one reason why you need to be there. Yeah, number one reason. The number one independent financial advisor in the whole country is going to be there. Rick Edelman. And Rick Edelman is someone you need to know if you're in the mortgage industry. I have found that Rick Edelman understands mortgages better than anyone. And Rick has been saying now for 22 years that a mortgage is not a debt, that it's a financial tool. And Rick's going to be there to talk all about it. He's going to be the keynote speaker Sunday morning to kick it off. And I've learned so much from Rick Edelman. And what I have done is I've been successful in taking Rick's message to the streets, to consumers, to teach them about the power of the mortgage. And that the mortgage is not a debt, it's not a necessary evil. That we need to understand the mortgage for truly what it is, that it's a financial tool. We believe that how you handle your mortgage will determine your financial success. And this is what I believe. I believe that even if you have a mortgage eliminated, that you work so hard to get rid of that debt and it goes away, it becomes little consolation when you lose your job. See, what people don't understand, if its focus gets only on debt elimination, unfortunately, we do succeed in getting rid of our debt, but we don't have money and we don't have wealth. That's what we're going to cover at Mortgage Revolution. We're going to teach you that getting rid of your mortgage is little consolation when you lose your job, because you still have to put food on the table. You've got to put gas in the car. You've got to put gas in your car. You've got to pay the prescriptions. You've got to pay the utilities on the house. Heck, you still got to pay your property taxes and your homeowner's insurance. What's amazed me over the last 5 to 6 years after I have found out about Rick Edelman and have taken his word to the streets of how many consumers have a goal of getting rid of their mortgage. They tell me what a wonderful feeling it would be not to have a mortgage. Because if they don't have a mortgage, they won't have a mortgage payment anymore, and they will feel very comfortable and be able to handle retirement and future needs without that mortgage payment. Well, I'm here to tell everyone that's wrong. In fact, it's a myth that you will never be able to get rid of your mortgage payment. Why is that? Very simple. Gang, what's a mortgage payment? A mortgage payment is principal and interest, taxes, and insurance. We hear about it all day long. PITA, P-I-T-I. And if someone works their life to get rid of their mortgage payment, they don't get rid of PITI, they get rid of only half of it, PI. So if you don't have a mortgage payment, yes, you don't have principal and interest. Unfortunately, what's left? TI, taxes and insurance, which go up every year in an inflationary world. So when clients talk about having their home and being safe in it without having a mortgage payment, we need to educate them that's a false sense of security, because they will always have to pay property taxes and homeowners insurance. And heck, they're not secure at all, because if they don't pay their property taxes, they'll lose their home just as fast. In fact, they'll lose their home and all the equity that's in it now. So these are the concepts that Rick has taught me that I've taken to the streets, and I'm going to cover it at Mortgage Revolution. Again, that's January 10th through January 12th in Atlanta, Georgia. Again, Rick Edelman will kick it off Sunday morning as the main keynote speaker, and then in the afternoon, I'm going to go through all these concepts, how I've been successful in taking Rick's word to the street with really only one focus. And the focus here is that I'm not selling mortgages anymore. I don't sell mortgage products and I don't sell mortgages. And I don't treat it as a debt. I look at it specifically as a financial tool. And I believe how someone handles their mortgage will shape their whole financial plan. And your success will be determined how you handle your mortgage and weave it into your holistic financial plan. And that's what we're going to cover as we go through this at Mortgage Revolution. So make it a point to be there. I'm excited to be there. I think it's perfect timing at the beginning of the year to kick off your year in the mortgage industry. And here's another thing. I think it's important to also talk about what's ahead of us, what we face next year. Obviously, national licensing of mortgage originators is a big deal, but even more importantly, I believe, is how are we going to survive next year when the Fed pulls the plug on mortgage-backed securities on March 30th and the government pulls away the stimulus of the home buyer's tax credit on April 30th. Can you still do mortgages? And I will tell you, undoubtedly, yes, you can still do mortgages as long as you're on the crusade like me and you teach your clients how to handle their money, not just their mortgage. So we've got to get the focus off the mortgage and on a much broader picture of the money. So even in a high interest rate environment with low home sales, if we were teaching people how to handle their mortgage the right way, so they can max out retirement contributions, so they can get rid of their bad debt, the high interest, non-deductible debt of credit cards and personal loans, how they can get a rainy day fund so they have liquidity if unfortunate events arise in their life, they have money to go to. Remember, a lot of consumers are being taught by so-called pundits out there today. You could take Susie Orman and Dave Ramsey, and even a John Kumlada, who I hear advertised on the radio all the time with his debt elimination program. And they hear that all the time. And why? Because it tugs on our emotional heartstrings. It really does sound wonderful, and what a great feeling that would be to own nobody, nothing any longer. What a great feeling. But gang, those are emotional ploys that are being put out there and teaching people how to handle their money emotionally. We can't do that. We need to step up in our industry. It's a crusade to teach consumers the right way to handle their money financially. This is a financial decision. It's not a feel-good. So very important to understand that. And an extreme example, as I go through this with my clients in the front line every day, because I'm a producing originator like you, that I teach my clients a very important example. And it's an extreme example, and it's not meant to sound insensitive, so please do not take this the wrong way. But a homeless person is the extreme example of someone who's debt-free. That is an individual that doesn't have a mortgage, that doesn't have credit card debt, doesn't have a car loan, and doesn't have bill collectors knocking on their doors. Unfortunately, in their case, they don't have any debt, but they have no wealth. So being successful following a Susie Orman or a Dave Ramsey or John Kumlada and getting to the goal of eliminating debt, you haven't solved any problems. Yeah, you don't have any debt, but you don't have any wealth. And we probably all know someone who's debt-free but broke. That's not the focus. We've got to get our clients to understand the true goal in their lives should be a financial goal, not an emotional goal, and a financial goal of financial security. We're going to teach all that. Again, one more time. Rick Edelman, the morning of January 10th at Mortgage Revolution in Atlanta. I will come on in the afternoon and take Rick's word and show you how I've taken his message to the streets to do mortgages in any environment, because I look at it today as a financial tool. So be there, be square. Atlanta, Georgia, or as we call it up here in January, Hotlanta, Georgia. Up here in Chicago, Atlanta's a place to be in January. So Hotlanta, Georgia, January 10th through January 12th. I look forward to seeing you there, and most importantly, I look forward to teaching you these concepts so you can break out of the mold of just selling mortgage products as debts and now being able to teach your clients about a holistic focus of money, not just mortgages, but money, but indeed how mortgages play a key role into that. So I will see you January 10th through January 12th, Mortgage Revolution, Atlanta, Georgia. Be there.